Hold on to the sky, cause I don't know what the earth brings. Divvying up your yearly earnings. Hold on to your wallets and your purse strings. You ain't never seen nobody rock like this ever in your life. Yeah. No more back talking back to King Leonidas. I ain't flying down Spirit, I'm flying United. Enjoy it now, next year I'm flying private. Thought you was Cypress Hill, you Miley Cyrus. Now you silent when you see me, keep the vibe. You was a tyrant to the people, your reign ended. I never liked your fast rap, stay long-winded. I'm starring in the color purple, that's Mace Windu. I stay true to my religion, I ain't Hindu. Beef is always on the menu, so drop the low for your little show. I promise you, I'm at your venue. You stop rapping when you 30, nigga, can you? Something like LeBron, won't hit my prime till I'm 39. My chick fine, she'll be a dime. At 39, you 39, kissing a horse. That's 22. Married to the game of divorce, it could never be true. Born from a Prius to Porsche, it's inevitable. Pull up in an army with vans like a vegetable. Bulletproof window, so I ain't susceptible. Everything calm, collected, and commendable. Nigga, I'm like a general. If I was in Tallahassee, I'd be a Seminole. If I'm in Washington, D.C., I'm like the federal. If I was in Magic City, I would be several. LOL. That's a bullshit rap for my rap facade. Niggas don't hear this and question my rap for God. But God is ruler over everything. Why the hell would I want to rap for y'all? Why you are, baby? You know what it is. You know what it's not, nigga. Don't act like you forgot, nigga. Reporting to you live from the other side. Translation. I ain't come to play. The station's different. My cadence different. My rating is different. What I say, yeah, no more sleeping on myself insomnia now. I'm way up. None of y'all can hold me down. Ain't talking liquor when I say I'm holding the crown. Feeling raw, taking my shots, my melanin brown. On Black Jesus, you can't nail me down. Try to cross me, I how you hide from the whole town. Try to box me in, I survived through the whole round. When I got shot, I survived through the whole round. To me, have you seen her? She came out the blue, I call her Spirulina. If I was Martin, I would've chose Pam over Gina. Give me spring water, we don't do Aquafina. You niggas is awkward, say it cost to eat healthy well. So does the doctor bills, he on the Moxicil. I'm a RN, real niggas, we got the bill. Catch me outside, I don't care how the doctor feel. I'm telling all my niggas, it's time to heal. Get over it now, it's over it now. She was drunk in love, look, she's sober now. She was dreaming till he pinched her, he a Doberman now. He a dog, say you gon' hunt him, you can't feel you a fraud. My homie doing life behind bars, he a clown. So my dog's coming.
New York skyline lights, rain on the glass, healing in the present, lessons from the past, blended healing flowing through everything. The night holds the secrets, the streets keep the time. Every broken story turns into a sign. Every scar mending, every soul aligned. In the distance, Long Island keeps beating, love redefined. The night holds the secrets, the streets keep the time. Every broken story turns into a sign. Blended rims rising, carrying me and you. In the midnight silence, the spirit takes flight, healing in the rhythm of a New York night.
War has no announcements. Welcome to the battlefield. There are no warning sirens or speeches declaring who is the enemy or the hero. Life just starts pressing in from all sides. One day you look up, a grocery store closes and the school cuts programs while the roof leaks over the classrooms. Jobs vanish and buses run longer routes to nowhere in particular. One day it's a corner store shop. Shut it down, board it up. And the next is a family gone because the rent done doubled overnight. You feel me? Nothing calls attention to itself as the moment everything changes. It all blends together until people stop looking for the break in the clouds. That is how a war moves. It rearranges a whole life, a community, and before anyone thinks to name it for what it is, that's what it is. Welcome to Blended Healing. War has no announcements. If you sit back and think on these things, and we're going to talk about it today because we are in war mode, a spiritual war, a physical war, things that we already know about. You feel me? All right. We're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about it. Ashe? All right. I'll be right back after this.
I was born with a fire kiss, tongue like truth, breathe like mist. I carry lifetimes in these hips and prayers inside my wrist. They said I'm too much, too wild, too free, but baby I was never meant to be. Quiet, tame, contained, I am so
Where
untamed.
worlds become portals, and the soul. I'm Alicia Dion, and this is Soul. Let's begin. What is meant for you
I am
is
so
already in motion.
work slowly.
Let's see where it leads.
Magic in my skin, healing while you hold me.
The cards are just
Say my name, feel the shift begin. Alicia Eddie on soul work within. Soul work within. I read stars with my fingertips, found heaven in the curve of my lips. My voice, a spell you can't forget, a bloom in shadows. No. I see your light, it don't dim mine. We're stars in.
Welcome back. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to our sister, Alicia Dion. She's doing great things over there. She's on every day at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time with her daily spark. She's also on Saturdays, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with a conversation that she likes to talk about the soul. So jump into the lesson every Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ashe. Salute. COC forever, baby. COC. War has no announcements. So how does it get out there? How does it spread without having any type of sound? It begins in pieces. A teacher buys her own supplies because the budget ran out. That corner where the kids used to play turns into an empty lot for sale, sign that stays on there for years. The street lights, they go out and stay out. And the city says that it's going to repair everything, and repairs are coming, but they never do. Families make it do with what's left and stretching every dollar, carrying on like nothing's broken. And if they start taking it in, the way things are, it might break them instead. And by the time anybody steps back to see the whole picture, half the damn map has already changed hands. They done bought up your shit in your neighborhood. People stop talking about plans and start telling and telling about what their hardships are, talking about their bills, and the kids are growing up learning which blocks to avoid instead of which dreams to chase. The neighborhood barber knows more about grief than gossip because everybody brings the same bad news to his chair. Let's switch over here. Let me shift. Sunday services, church house, it's getting thinner. The faces at the corner store change every few months because nobody stays long enough to plant roots. It's not just one event either. That feeling feels like something eaten through the proverbial floor while life keeps going on top of it. People stop looking at each other in the eye. You can feel it at the bus stops, in waiting rooms, even at the damn family cookout, where laughter doesn't land like it used to. It seems as though people are carrying themselves like they're bracing for the next shoe to drop, even though the day is calm. And don't get it twisted. Your children are extremely intuitive. They can pick up on that without anybody saying a word. And the last thing you want to do is for them to start calling it normal before they're old enough to know it isn't. That's the win for whatever's behind all of this. When people stop expecting anything to change and before anyone notices how far it's gone, it feels permanent. We all know the grocery store isn't coming back. The school doesn't get its programs restored and the empty lots grow weeds where kids used to play. People learn to live around the damage instead of trying to fix it. That's when the war has done its job. When it convinces a whole community that this is just the way things are. And that story they want us to forget. They want us to forget who we are. And it's been successful for the most part because people begin to carry themselves like they come from less than they do. When your block keeps losing the die-hard people, that tells a story all in itself, even if nobody says it out loud. Kids grow up thinking that this is what life is supposed to look like because nobody shows them anything different. And after a while, it's not just appearance, it's memory. It's memory. It's memory. It's pride in the possibility of more loss. You see, the history books don't help. It's riddled with his story and does not include our story. They skip entire chapters about Black scientists, artists, inventors, leaders, healers, the people who built more than what they survived. Schools teach just enough about slavery and civil rights, to make it seem like everything is fixed, leaving kids to piece together the rest from family stories and half-told lessons. Who beware, because they banning books, making it even worse, calling it woke. You have got to be fucking kidding me. A whole generation grows up thinking that their people were mostly in pain and protest, with nothing said about brilliance, strategy, or empire. The war works on what you believe about yourself. It wants you thinking your neighborhood, your family, your whole history has always been hanging by a thread. And that kind of thinking makes people aim lower, fight less, and settle faster. It convinces them that there's no point learning the real story because nothing will change anyway. And by the time our community forgets who we came from, we fight the same way or dream the same way. And that's the whole damn point right there. If you can rewrite a person's past, you can control how they see the future. You feel me? All right.
Skin like velvet, oils got me blessed. Every drop a ritual, every move finesse. Candles lit steady, aura set high. When I walk in the room, watch the envy go. Essentials only keep it real, no stress. Go from the roots, yeah we shine, nothing less. Drip so divine, body magic in the air. Chimeka got the vibe, self-love everywhere. Essentials only keep it real, no stress. Go from the roots, yeah we shine, nothing less. Drip so divine, body magic in the air. Chimeka got the vibe, self-love everywhere.
Please tap into ShamakaEssentials.com. I'm a whole .com right now. Yo, I have some other good news to share, but it'll be later on. Go to the store. It's a one-stop shop for all spiritual and aromatherapy. I got a little bit of everything in there. Go take a peruse through the store. And in the chat, you're going to find some discount codes. Now, it's for a limited period of time, so make sure that you, when you go there, use the codes to help you get percentage off on your purchase. Ashe. War has no announcements, especially when we stop seeing the setup. Oh, you might call it a different thing, but it's called the setup to me. Let me explain. Anytime you can hoodwink a whole race of people and have them looking at the shiny thing, dangling that in front of you while they're doing their shit behind your back, that's a setup. And before you even realize what the hell is going on, you done grab for the shiny thing and you sitting there playing with your new toy while shit around you is being taken away. Look at the screen behind me. That tells a whole story all in itself. Look at it. It's not up there by accident. For real. For real. You see, broadcast news keeps running the same tragic stories until people are so desensitized and stop reacting. And don't forget about the endless arguments online that go on and on and on and on. But they don't get you nowhere. And that feed stays full. The conversations stay way too damn loud, but nothing changes where it matters. No shade, no harm, no foul over here. No judgment zone. I'm just stating the obvious. People burn energy on things that feel urgent, while the real damage moves behind the scenes. You got distraction and illusion, and that's the new game. Politics turns into entertainment. Whole communities get baited into fights that don't touch the housing crisis, the school closures, or the jobs disappearing. It keeps people looking everywhere but at the places being sold, stripped, or shut down. And by the time anybody asks the right questions, the deal is already done. You see, the setup works because it wears people down. Frustration, outrage, nothing feels worth fighting for anymore. People are being pulled in 10,100 million different damn directions at one time. And that's how the power stays where it is. Distraction turns into physical and mental exhaustion. The setup doesn't need to hide. It counts on people being too busy trying to get through the day in front of them to even notice what's being built, sold, or erased. That's when the game is won. The chaos keeps everybody occupied while the walls close in, breaking us into pieces. You see, division doesn't walk in screaming either. It starts with the small little cuts that don't look connected until they are. Oh, yeah, I'm talking about skin tone, zip code, church crowd against the ones who don't show up on Sundays, men side-eyeing women, women side-eyeing men. Each line gets drawn until people spend more time proving who belongs and protecting what's left. It doesn't take long before the arguments feel personal, while the bigger problems moved untouched. Whole blocks get sold while folks fight over who changed and who sold out. Families are splitting up over pride while developers buy property 3 streets over. Politicians are smiling at block parties while voting. Yo, man. While voting away the programs keeping the lights on. The war knows a divided community is easy to handle. It's old, man. It's an old game, but it still works. Divide and conquer. People burning energy on each other don't notice who's pulling the damn strings. The setup doesn't even have to be subtle once the cracks run deep enough. All it has to do is keep feeding the arguments while the roof caves in above everybody. And by the time people realize the damage came from the outside, it's too late to point in one direction because the lines already done their job. Nobody trusts anybody enough to build a plan together. And that's exactly how the power likes it. Y'all better wake up and catch your life. This is what fighting looks like when you're fighting back. The fight starts with people deciding they won't hold on to the story the way it was handed to them. Check. A grandmother teaching her grandson how to pray before school. Check. A father making sure his daughter knows who Malcolm and Marcus were before a teacher ever mentions their name. Check. Neighbors pooling money to keep the lights on at a local store so kids don't grow up thinking boarded up windows are normal. Check. These small refusals break the setup. They say, we still here. And we're not giving in. Fighting back also means getting sharper about what's being done in plain sight. Reading the fine print before signing your life away. Showing up at school board meetings. Learning how money moves so it doesn't always pour through your hands. The setup counts on confusion. The fight requires clarity. We must refuse to let pain be the only lesson that we pass down. You got to teach your kids inventions, music kingdoms, and the movements that prove that we are builders long before they broke us. Restoring that memory is a strategy. The people who know where they came from can't be told that where they belong. The fight is collective. One family can hold a house. One block can hold a neighborhood. One generation can hold a future. When unity is real, the setup loses its ground. Division is the oldest weapon. Refusing to turn on each other is the sharpest defense that we got. Make sense? All right. Makes sense.
Indian trails to the freeways. We make the hustle look easy. Trapping ferns all season. The way we push our line. Yeah, we are still the people from those times. Yeah, through it all we continue to shine. Indian trails make freeways over time.
I feel the ancestors, they still with us. They give us the fight when we in the field with it. Blood on the foundation, we build with it. The echoes of the past shapes the mold. From the cotton to the concrete, the story's been told. But let the real American Indian story unfold. Take pictures with the flames, let it burn in your soul. We carved from the land, they tried to erase us with one wave of the hand. But still we stand. How you doing the treaty? That ain't your man, the game was planned. They drew them lines, and on them trails to see the world through an Indian's eyes. They say the colonizer came and the Indian died. But I told you we still here. It's time to instill fear for thinking they can come near an aborigine. Our family legacies is deep in our memories. Cherokee, Chickasaw, and Choctaw. Fucking with the chiefs and get you knocked off. The warrior spirit still inside. Granny's strength with granddaddy's pride. And them stories that was left behind. This is my path, and I'ma finish this trail in due time. Ain't nothing fucking with my bloodline. We shine. It's part of my design.
Indian trails to the freeways. We make the hustle look easy. Trapping ferns all season. The way we push our line.
Make sure you tune into Dre Cobb's music. It's the network, baby. We are part of the network too. That's right. Pushing all that good music and poetry and everything that they do over there. They dropping new stuff almost on a reg. Salute to the network, the fam. Please like, share, and subscribe to the network now. Ashe. Let's wrap this up. I'm not going to hold you up no more. I told you that war has no announcements. But by naming the war and choosing how to fight, that's the whole strategy right there, baby. The war can be traced by its moves. When we have seen how it rearranges the neighborhoods, rewrites our story, keep us busy with the chaos and turns us against each other, so we don't know what's being taken away. The setup is clear now. What happens next depends on whether we keep walking past it or decide to drag it into the light, naming it for what it is, changing the rules. You stop mistaking being tired for normal life and stop letting history be erased by people who benefit from the erasure, and stop confusing distraction for progress. Once you see the setup, you can't unsee it. The choice becomes simple, even if it isn't easy. Either live inside the plan someone else built for you or build one of your own. The fight won't look the same for everybody. For some, it's raising kids who know their worth, and for others, it's learning the laws, the budgets, the contracts, and using that knowledge to block what was meant to go unnoticed. Let's talk about it. It could be prayer circles, study groups, community meetings, late nights in kitchens, planning out how to hold us down as a community. The details will change, but the core stays the same. Refusing to let the war remain invisible. War that moves in silence, count on silence from the people being targeted. Breaking that silence, naming it, teaching it, resisting it, is where the real fight begins. And I'm done. I said what I said. I said what I said, and I stand on it, 10 tones down. What you stand on? What you stand on? Think about this. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and all of the wonderful content creators underneath the COC umbrella. You'll see their names in the chat. And my global family that's on here, I don't care. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Get out of all that propaganda shit and feel it in your heart and in your mind and with intention, and move accordingly. Wake up and catch your life. Catch your life. And I'll see you soon. Deep out.
Yeah, yeah. We've been drifting, but I still feel you. I've been running on empty, drowning in days. Told myself you were good while I drifted away. Paying these dues, keeping my head down. Thought stepping back was the way love stayed around. But I see the distance, yeah, I feel the regret. We used to talk about everything, now it's just left. I thought being strong meant holding it in, but silence just pushed you away again. Life shut me down and I let it stay. Didn't know space could cut this way. We're feeling each other but missing the touch. Talking in echoes, not saying enough. I need your presence, you need my hand. Let's learn to love again. To understand. I was waving from the ground while you drifted away. Looking for the parent that I pray for each day. I needed your words, not just money and plans. I need your arms, not papers in my hands. You figured I was older, like money went away, but I still wanted you showing up the same way. I picked up your distance, learned how to pretend. Now we're stuck with memories instead of a man. Yeah, I scrolled through the pictures, sad where we stayed. Wondered if care and attention separate. I wanted you real, not a voice through the phone. Wanted your presence, not feeling alone. Somebody speak first, no matter who starts. The silence is heavy, it's pulling apart. Sit at the table, no front, no mask. Say what you mean, no need to ask. Lay it out raw, let the truth unfold. Nothing can heal if it stays untold. Don't stop for time and don't wait for signs. Say I miss us while we still got time. Whole world feel each other touch. Talking in echoes, not saying enough. I need your presence, you need my hand. Let's learn to love again. To understand. Yeah, we drifted, we fell out of range, but I still feel your name running through my veins. This isn't the end, we can carve out a way, but the first words gotta get spoken today.
From the stoop to the shrine, I've been earning my light. Earned it. Didn't pray for a savior, had to learn how to fight. Burn a sage like incense, but my spirit don't fold. Still got pain in my pocket and this mic I hold. I ain't soft, I'm sacred, that's strength in disguise. Eye to eye with my demons, I ain't blinking this time. Broke every curse that was signed in my blood. Now I dance in the storm, make a waltz out the mud.
Meditating in chaos, peace in the noise. Built a temple from trauma, turn my cries into voice. Crystals in my hoodie, cards in my palm. Yeah, I tear it through the trenches and I storm through the songs. Word.
Whispers in the wind say keep going. My past ain't changed, though I'm growing. Every wound is a prayer in the sky. I bleed truth, now rise. I mix sage with the pain, prayers with the grind. Still drowning in my DNA, but I still realign every time. Roots in the dirt, spirit in the ceiling. This ain't just therapy, this the anthem. Concrete rose, yeah, I bloom through the feeling. We rise, tapped in the truth in these healing realms. Stitching my soul in the blended healing realms. Blended healing realms.